Okay, guys. Welcome to day three. Yeah, welcome to day three of the personal branding challenge. And I want to say congratulations to everyone that has been following, right? So if you've been following from the one, you did the self discovery exercise, the and your mission statement. Day two, you did the what did we talk about in day two? Okay, we did your value proposition, and you've outlined the unique thing you're bringing to the table. You've also outlined how you want to sound, what you want people to know you for. Then congratulations, because you have gotten clarity than most people have ever gotten in their lives. Because I'm sure by the time you now start creating content that, you know, shape your brand identity, that influence how people think about you, you would do it with more clarity, you would do it with more purpose, you have like a sense of direction now that you know what you're doing. So welcome to personal branding challenge d3. Let's get to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about your target audience. Who is your target audience? I know we talked about knowing your target audience yesterday, but this is like the full blown um, episode on that gives you like a more deeper insight. So, in case you have not done the assignment for yesterday, um, if you take this particular exercise, I think you'll be able to come up with something very solid. And then I want to mention that this is just like a guide, a step-by-step guide, and then we're doing it in a challenge so that every day you have something to do. Every day you have something to do. So at the end of this challenge, you can now go back and review everything now that you have gathered all the information, right? So I didn't want to pour everything at once, right, in one course, so that you're not like feeling overwhelmed and like, oh, what am I supposed to do now and all of that. So I'm taking it piece by piece. So 20 minutes, 25 minutes, bad as bad, 30 minutes, right? So um, you have like a focus every day. So you can decide that you want to go over this thing again day by day, having the full picture of everything. So today we're going to be talking about who is your target audience, and we're going to focusing on building their persona and what platform you should build on. All right. So building their persona. Now, it's very easy for us to generalize. You just feel like, okay, because I am selling wigs, every woman would like to wear wigs, or every woman wants to look good. It will shock you to know that not everybody actually wants to look good in the way you're thinking it. And then there are several people whose definition of looking good is different from what your definition of looking good is. That is why you need to find the people who have the same definition of what looking good means, right? So that is why you need to have a, a an idea, not just an idea, a detailed profile of who your target audience is. Now, I want you to think in terms of one person, in terms of one, like think of it as a person, right? So maybe when we're saying audience, you're thinking of a whole group of people. Of course, it's a group of people, but right? But I want you to think of that that one person that your content or your value proposition or your solution will help. Think of that one person, right? Now, every other person that resembles that person or has similar problem to that person would join that one person. But you have to speak like you're speaking to somebody. Now think of the demographics. Consider the age factor. Like how old is this person? What's the person's gender? Where is this person located? What income is this person doing? What is the likely occupation of this person? What is their educational level? Is it graduate? Is it somebody who is not really formally educated and stuff like that? Now, The second thing is the desire and aspiration of this person. What is that person's goal or dream, right? You have to think about it like, okay, so what is the goal of a 35-year-old single woman? A 35-year-old single woman who has built a career for herself most likely would be finding a man, right? Finding a man who is doing very well, like who is also established and getting married and trying to stay young. You get right. So you need to also know what their pain points. And so when you're doing this, I need you to think of the value you're bringing to the table. So you're not just fishing in a big river without any a target in mind. So I'm looking at okay, the people first of all you can go general and then you can now go intense. So you can do extensively and then intensively. So this is what I mean. So if I say okay, um um I'm selling wigs. I don't know why I keep using these wigs. I'm selling wigs too. So, of course, the people who are likely to wear my wigs are women. So that's an extensive approach, right? They are women. Most of them are young women, right? So that's the general idea. Now, if I want to now go intensive, I need to now know what kind of woman would wear the kind of wig I bring or would appreciate the content I'm going to bring around this beauty niche that I am in or around this solution that I am in or around my offer. Do you get? So you have to now go extensive and then start, bringing it, reducing it to this one person. How old is this person? What is the gender of this person? Okay. Then what is the aspiration of this person? What is the pain point and like what problems do they face? What is their frustration? All right. So, if we go back to the wig thing, so I'm like, okay, first of all, we have the issue of trying to look good on a budget, right? Trying to look good, especially in this um, economic economic backwardness or economic tightness. I don't know how we want to put it. Then I can also look at it in terms of okay, the problem is they've not been able to, they don't have that one person they can trust when it comes to purchasing of wigs. They don't have, they don't really understand their style. They don't really understand their style, and so they keep buying wigs that doesn't really fit them, or they keep buying wigs that don't last, and then they have to throw it away. They have to give it out. Think in that line. And don't worry, I'll show you how to find all of this information, right? Because sometimes it might not just come off your head. It would not come off your head, right? So there are ways that you can find details. Then also think in their interests and behaviors. Now, I learned this um, when I was running my Facebook ad, right? So there's something that you must do when you're running a Facebook ad. They call it audience targeting, right? So they'll tell you, Facebook will bring out behaviors, interests, and all of that. So you'd see maybe if I'm running an ad for online business owners, I have to think what are their behaviors? What are their behaviors online? Some of them they are some of them are admins of business pages. They are interested in entrepreneurship. They like contents that relate to entrepreneurship. They follow Forbes. They follow some certain kind of pages, right? So you have to think about what those things, their behavior, their patterns, right? They follow the kind of shows they follow. Some of them follow BB Niger, Big Brother. Some of them are they follow some certain kind of influencers. You know, you have people that follow T Spices. Some of them are very interested in medical um, medical content and stuff like that. So you have to think about these things. What are their hobbies? They watch comedy skits. I found something really interesting. I'm going to show you guys when it comes to collecting the kind of information that you need to answer these questions. So, where did they hang out? You need to know where these people are congregated. Apart from social media platforms, what websites do they naturally visit? What forums, what events do they attend? You think about those things, right? Where would you find young people? You find them at shows, concerts, right? Where would you find business owners? You find them at maybe business events. There are some certain kind of events that you find them, right? Good. So how do you now get all of this information? That's where I talked about the tools. So I'm going to be diving into some of these tools. Of course, like I said, if you are thinking of course, you know some of these things in your head already, right? You know some of these things in your head, maybe by virtue of your interaction with those people who have purchased your product, who have liked your content and all of that. That's why you should be very, very conversant with the analytics on social media, right? So if you're on TikTok, you're on Twitter, always check the analytics, not just to check how many people like and follow. Check out the demographics. These social media platforms show you demographics. They show you where these people are located. Most of these people are located in this place. If I say that most of these people are located in a certain area, then I should be able to create content that resonates with them and think of, okay, if my target audience are most of people that watch my content, let's say they're in Lagos, like 90% of them are in Lagos, right? I understand that these people are used to the fast life, these people are used to setting terms and all of that. But if I see that most of my audience are located in Ghana, or and then I am now using some certain terms that they cannot relate to, I will just be losing them. You will see that your content has very, very little engagement because they cannot relate. But these are some of the tools, right? We have Facebook Audience Insights, we have Google Trends, Answer the Public, Niches, ChatGPT, and Gemini. Of course, on my community, I've talked about how to use ChatGPT. But let's look at Facebook Audience Insights. Like, I found this very, very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. So, this is how I found it. I just hope you can, sure you can see my screen. So, okay. So I went to Facebook and searched for Facebook audience insights, right? So it opened up and I just went to the first I went to the first stuff and this is like the first time I am seeing this. Like this is the first time I'm seeing, okay, not the first time, the second time I'm seeing this. Like while I was doing research for this, I discovered, and this is really, really amazing. So you can choose the page. So is this particular page that is opened on Facebook for me. So you go to audience insights, and I found really interesting information that I didn't even know. All right, so it takes you to this place as long as your Facebook is logged in, right? So you can see audience right here. You can see the total number of followers and all of that and all of that. But this is where it gets interesting. So you can check demographics. You can now see in full the gender, all of that, top countries. Then this is where it is most interesting, right? So I go to potential audience. So for this page, this is the estimated audience size that would find my content or this page interesting to them. These are the number of people, like, see what they said, right? Estimated audience size is an estimate of how many accounts, center accounts may meet your targeting criteria, right? So these are the people that are likely going to be interested in your content. So you can see the gender, right? You can see the gender, you can see the age range, and all of that. Then the top cities where most of these people are. Most of them are in Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, Kano, big, big cities. Then the top countries, most of them are in Nigeria. Now, this is where it got my attention. It now showed me the pages that these people actually follow. So, top Facebook pages liked by this potential audience. So, look at the kind of pages that they like. Like, like Emanuela in comedian, AY comedian, Guarantee, Sabinus, Markangel, Kiniko, Kiniko. Like you can see, did I just say Kiniko? I'm sorry for those people who are not Nigerians that are watching this, who will be going through this program, but then you can see what I'm talking about, right? So you kind of understand, okay, these people are interested in this kind of things for this particular page. So um let me see more details. So I get to see I get to see uh I get to see the page impressions and all that. That's not even what I'm looking for. See. Like see how see how Facebook allows you to know your audience. See how Facebook allows you to know your audience, right? Can see their activities. You can see um the net followers, how many people you have following you. You get to what I'm even looking for is um that first one I showed you, right? That first one where you get to see where they are located and the kind of pages they follow. That's Facebook, right? Now let's go to Google Trends. I love Google Trends. I've used them before, and it's actually very interesting to use them to find details about your audience. So let's use Google Trends, right? So I go to this, and you can explore topic, any topic at all. Like, so let me search. All right, let's see what people are talking about. All right, so we can see this is the topic weeks. You can see in Nigeria in the past 12 months all the categories. You can choose the categories that you want to like. Okay, this is beauty and fitness, and then in the last let's do in the last 30 days, right? So you can see the amount of interest of people, this interest over time. This number represents such interest relative to the highest point of chart given within that region and time. A value of 100 is peak popularity, and a value of 50 means that the term is half as popular. So we have 76 between May 5th, we have, let me see, 100. May 9th, a lot of people searched about wigs. Which people are these? People in Edo, in Rivers, in Lagos. You can see that it's like people in Edo are very, very interested in beauty and fitness a lot. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So related topics, right? So you can see things that they are actually interested in relating to it. I don't know what this is, but I see do it yourself. I see pixie calls. Pixie calls is related topics to hairdo and beauty. Heat is also related to hairdo. Jerry coil, wig hairstyles, how to remove frontal wig. Ghana weaving. Like Are you guys seeing um um sorry? Are you guys seeing the details, right? You're seeing, in fact, I'm sure if you sell wigs now, you'll be getting content ideas because this is what people are looking for in real time, right? In real time. And I think there's a way to check these demographics. Okay. Trying to find, okay, so you can find more, this is more details. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the people exactly. Anyway, a this kind of gives you an idea of what they are interested in. So what your audience are looking for. What, so you can see, we saw that one, how to coil wig. We saw one, how to remove glue frontal kidney wigs, 5x5 closure wig, and all of that. So you can explore all of these things. You can really explore, open them to see exactly what they're talking about. So it doesn't have enough data to show here. All right, so let's go to another answer the public, right? I'm trying to give you ways to find more details that you can use in answering these questions, right? So let's go to answer the public. Let's go to answer the public. So discover what people are asking about, right? So I can search for, let's do business growth in Nigeria, right? So I get to see the questions people are asking. Let me log in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I don't know why this thing is taking me there. Okay, so I'm just trying to demonstrate. Okay, yeah, there it is. So I want to log in. All right, 15 questions about business growth, right? So you can actually see uh, what people are asking per click. So you can see business growth strategies, business growth plan, um, why business growth is important. Uh, you can see business growth with social media. Uh, let's go down to trying to find more interest. Business growth versus skill. Now, the point of this is that they show you how this key indicators show you how much of it people are searching, like how many people are searching for this particular topic, right? So you get to understand that okay, people are highly interested in this. For instance, let's look for this any topic that has this particular color code, which is highly searched, right? So look at one, business growth with AI. People are looking like it is a top search stuff. So if I'm looking at my audience who are interested in business growth, one of the things they're interested in is business growth with AI, how they can grow their business with AI. All right. So you can explore this tool to the best of your time and use this to your advantage. right? Use this to your advantage. You can get content ideas from here so that you are talking on what these people are looking for, right? So all of this will frame your idea about who your audience is, what they're searching for, and all of that. Okay, so let's go back to search for which niches. Okay, I think I've explained how to use niches before. I think it's one of the best tools when it comes to audience research. But um it's a paid tool, so it'd be good if you paid for it. Yeah. So I do have. I think I still have some login details. All right. So if you pay for, I think it's about. I can't remember how much it costs. But this is a full blown tool that you can use to do a whole lot of things, right? You can use it to create acronyms, you can generate image, you can generate a brand name, book ideas, book titles, business name, like it's even arranged in alphabetical order, right? So the tool that we are looking for is customer avatar. So define an audience and go, and we'll generate a customer avatar, right? See this customer avatar and see customer problems. This is like the easiest way to get it done, right? So it will give you close to what, in fact, almost everything that you need to know about your customer, right? Your target audience in building your target. So let's just go. Project name, let's see, um personal branding challenge, right? So it's personal, so let's create this. All right, so we're going to fill in this, we're going to fill in this stuff, right? So my audience, let's look for the general, the business owners, right? You can see the tip here, you can see this, right? You can see an sorry, you can see a tip right here. So that's what I was looking for. So you can see they'll give you a tip on what to fill in here, right? So let's continue. They go example to get new customers in for dental clinic. So my goal is to uh get new participants for personal branding consultation. As we get new clients. Sorry. Get new clients for personal branding consultation. Right? Right. So let's get content. So it's going to generate a, a customer persona, and you can see with the problem. So online business owners. Age 35. Hello, I'm an online business owner who has been struggling to attract new clients for my personal branding consultation service. I have struggled. Okay. This will be their goal. Let me change this. Get new. This will be their goal rather. What them want to achieve their biggest problem. Get new customers, sales for their business. All right, so let's generate again. So it's going to generate a it's going to generate a write up that explains what they are going through and the kind of solution they are seeking for. So, hi, I'm a dedicated online business who's passionate about my product and services. I've spent countless hours building my business and perfecting my offerings, but I am struggling to attract new customers. Da 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 da. I have tried various marketing strategies and like it has explained what like the problem my target audience is facing. So right here you're going to put your audience, the people that you want to reach, and the big goal they want to achieve, right? So what I can do is I will take this particular write up and maybe feed it into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to list out the problems that my target audience is looking for. Read the last line. Can you provide me with actionable advice and proven tactics that can help me attract new customers and boost my sales? So this last line would even give you more, like it will tell you, okay, the kind of things that these people are looking for, right? So you can there are several ideas here. All you need to do is pick them and use use them for your um building your customer avatar. Now here you can be more detailed in this place. Do you understand? You have like 1,000 characters, so you can be more detailed here, right? Explaining where they live, explaining maybe their age range, what they hope to. Okay, since we're talking about goals, so you're going to be more detailed about what they want, right, in this particular place, so that this would be maybe more detailed. But this is just one single line that I put in, and then look at how much output I have here, right? So anyway, let's try another customer to problems, right? So I'm going to put my customer um online business owners. So this particular tool creates a list of problems that your customer may have so you can solve them. So I'm going to put the name of my customer, the people that I'm trying to reach. So let's see what it's going to generate for me. All right, business owner, difficult. This tool is a cheat. Like it's a cheat. Difficulty in driving traffic to their website, low conversion rates, struggling to effectively for like you can see a list of problems that they are having. So tell me that you will not use this tool. I know that it's a paid tool. Let me check for how much it costs. Uh, this is a lifetime account. Oh, I can't find. Let me check their pricing. Let me check their pricing. Niches pricing. If it's something that you need to invest in, you should do that. So, pricing is $19 per month. That's about maybe about 20 to 30,000 per month or so. I don't know. No, $19 is maybe 19 to 21,000 thereabouts, depending on dollar rates. So we have um $39 per month. We have $99 per month, right? So I think there's also the free. I think there's lifetime pricing. I can't remember. There's a way that it was done, but see, what you would do if I were you, I would find if you're in this particular um if you're in this particular group, you can reach maybe 5, 6 persons. You guys can contribute 5,000 naira so that you can subscribe for maybe like for a month or so. I don't know how the person there's this person that did for us. We contributed a certain amount of money, about 2,000 or so. We were quite a number of us, and then we were able to. I can't remember. I think it was the lifetime offer. I can't remember. Just pricing. I can't remember. And then you guys can use it, right? You guys can use it. Okay. I think well, you guys can use it together. After a month, you can decide to cancel your subscription, but make sure that you for the next 1 month you use it well, get the necessary information you want to get out, so that you can build from there. So I don't want to stretch this for too long, but you get the gist. You can use ChatGPT, right? You can use ChatGPT the same way we used Niches, right? So um, you feed in your a detail. Tell ChatGPT that okay, you want to get your target audience, you want to know their pain point, their demographics. This is what you offer. This is the value you bring to the table, and give them some extensive. Remember that example I gave, the extensive and intensive. So they are Nigerians. You want to target women, and this is the kind of thing that you want to, the kind of solution. What exactly is the problem that they're having that the solution can be? So with that, you can, bring ChatGPT will give you an idea. Now, this doesn't mean that you stop at this. It now means that you can now take it from here. You can now um, take it to Facebook, begin to pay attention to that, people that like your comments, people that drop a comment, people that like the comment of somebody who is doing something similar to what you're doing. Check out their profile so that you can get more insight, right, to what they really are. Sometimes I deliberately go through the statuses of people just to see what they're interested in, just to see the kind of things they are talking about, so that I will factor that into my content, factor that into my offer and all of that. All right. So going on to the next thing, I know that this is long, but we're almost done. Choosing the right platform. Now we have video, text based, and audio kind of content. So and then now that we are building on social media for a reason. Social media is the best place to start building a personal brand. It's easy to reach a global audience. It's easy to influence the way people think about your offers, your services, your products, your personality, your brand, your business. It's easy to influence their perspective through social media. It means that you're going to create content. It means that you're going to show up on one or two platforms, right? But before you jump into any platform, you need to understand each platform's strengths. You need to know how much of your audience is on that platform. Thank God that we have gone to go and do the audience research thing, right? So now that you know the kind of people that you're looking for, right? Know where they are concentrated, know what social media. You now know that okay, I think I should be building on TikTok, because the kind of people that will need the kind of solution that I'm bringing are mostly on TikTok. So you need to know the kind of content, right, that you'll be putting out. Okay, is it going to be video based? It's going to be text based. So imagine that I sell female wears. I can't be doing text based content. It's a visual brand. I can't be doing text based content. Even if I'm selling wigs. if I'm selling, do you understand? You also need to know the frequency at which you're going to be posting on this platform. So first understand each platform first. So um for a place like LinkedIn, for a place like Twitter, I know that you have to post more frequently because they are short form based content, right? For a place like LinkedIn, you don't need to post up to 3 times a day. Sometimes just once a day does the trick, right? So, but you need to understand how all of these platforms work. So, for LinkedIn, you know that it's more of a professional networking, long form content kind of thing. It's just recently that they started doing video reels, right? But most of it is very professional, very, even though yes, I don't mean that, oh, you go there and then you have to be sounding like an academic paper, but it's a place where you meet professionals, people who are, in a particular field, showing their expertise. And then you can meet with those people, you can meet with CEOs, you can meet with top sales, market directors, you know, very, very important people. That's the place where those kind of people are congregated. Instagram is more of a place where you find people engaging with influencers. You find a lot of most influencers viewed on Instagram, right? So you find a lot of them right there influencing for different brands and all of that. And then you find more thought out video content, right? More thought out quality content on Instagram, right? Especially if you're building a brand. Instagram is like the best place to do that because you also get to meet professionals. So I feel like Instagram is almost like the visual version of LinkedIn. That's how I feel. Although there's more fun, there's more play, there's more entertainment, but you find a lot of professionals using Instagram. TikTok is more short form, playful, more creative, authentic. You don't need so much editing. Somebody can just come up with their singlets and create a content and it gets to 1 million views. And so you have Twitter, like I said, more of real life discussions, things that are happening on the go. You're tweeting about, like, now Nigeria has changed their national anthem. After over 60 years. So that is the conversation that is going on, and then people are talking about it on the go, and then people create contents, like more content in a short time. Like, so within a day, somebody have dropped like 5 tweets, right? Because they're very, very short. Then YouTube is more like YouTube is almost like a university, right? So you have more of tutorials, more long form content, more long form video based content on YouTube, right? On anything, if you check how to cough, you'll find it on YouTube, right? And then it's a place where you can really let's say it's a legacy based kind of platform. So you know that you want to store this content. You see content from 15 years ago. Some of them are still people are still watching them today, right? So if you want to create those kind of long form content that you can refer to, people can go back to see what you have been doing for past years. You find them on YouTube. You create those kind of content on YouTube. So you can see somebody that created a video long time ago, 15 years ago, on maybe how to do something, how to maybe dining etiquettes, for instance, right? 15 years ago, and you go and search dining etiquette. If that video contains some keywords, that video is going to pop up. That video is going to pop up. All right. So we have podcasts. Now, this is more, in-depth conversations and interviews, sometimes very unscripted, right? Very unscripted. Although we have video podcasts, but I don't know how video podcasts came to be, but podcast is more of audio, right? It's more of audio, it's like a radio, but it's within your control, right? So if you want to do podcasts, and I love podcasts because it's something that people consume on the go. So I can be doing laundry, I can be driving, I'm listening to a podcast, right? So you get people talking about different things. So you can, I mean, if based on your personality, your brand personality, the content, your audience, you feel like, okay, I'm going to do podcast, then you have platforms that, Spotify is one place that you can start, right? So let's get to the tax for today. So this is today's tax. You're going to build a profile of your target audience. I've given you all the tools, I've given you all the ideas, right? I've basically stretched myself out to give you what you need to get the information about your audience, what to do. So build a profile of your audience, like who is he or who is she, right? Then choose the platform that you want to build on and exactly why you are choosing to build. Now let me make something clear, right? It doesn't have to be just one platform and it doesn't have to be more than one platform. Sometimes it's just great to find that one place that you feel very comfortable and you have that engagement and just build there, right? It's very, very great to be known on a particular platform that, okay, LinkedIn is where I am known. I might be, I might, I might show up on Twitter once in a while. I might show up on Facebook, but LinkedIn is my place, right? So the trick I do is have one video based platform and one text based platform. For every other platform, excuse me, if I have the energy, if I have the time, I will just, reproduce the same content that I post. Like for instance, the content that I put on LinkedIn, I'll just replicate it as a Twitter thread, right? The content that I post on Instagram, I will just replicate it on TikTok and we're good, right? So I don't have to, but then at the end of the day, it's not just about posting, it's about engaging, connecting with people, right? So you have to find that one place that suits that you know your target audience are found, you know that okay, you can create the kind of content that that particular platform endorses and all of that. Now some people are building on the wrong place. They're just building on it, but by the time you're done with this exercise, you would know the right place you should be building, right? So but I usually advise that okay, take one video based and one text based. You can do, because right now videos are like becoming the thing, right? Videos are becoming the thing, and I've seen a lot of people who were very, very, very good with maybe they were very popular on Facebook rather, and then suddenly I just started seeing their videos. Recently they just started moving to TikTok, to Instagram, creating short form videos. So you can actually do that. All right, so find that platform and then state why you're choosing it. So I want to see that okay, you understand that okay, this is where your target audience is, this is where your personality or the kind of thing you want to be known for. So this is why you're choosing, because it aligns with that thing, so that you're not confused. Now I want you to be open-minded and fluid, right? So these are not things that are concrete, made on stone that can never be changed. Going forward, as you grow, as you build, you will learn a lot of things that will make you maybe pivot to other places. But this is your starting point. Then also choose a content style, either video, text, audio, photos. Choose what you're going to be using. So by the time you have all of this visualized, put down on in writing, you now know okay, this is my target, this is what I should start doing, this is where what I should start doing next. I should start maybe I need to go and start taking photos of my products, of my services, or myself, and all of that. So um this brings us to the end of today's today's class. It was quite a long one, right? And I believe it was worth it. So feel free to ask your questions, and you can carry out this, take your time to do these assignments. Like I said, you can go through them all over again, right? And feel free to ask your questions and share your feedback on the group.